This trip to Kenya and Tanzania has been crazy good.
Every day we say, oh, well, we've peaked and it can't get any better than this. And then the next day comes and it's even better.
It's just undescribable, the volume of animals and the vastness of the savannah and just the whole experience. It's a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
This Discovery small group tour of Kenya and Tanzania begins in Nairobi before traveling north to view the unique wildlife in Samburu National Park. We then travel to Aberdare to stay at the Ark, where we can observe the surrounding wildlife day or night. The journey continues through Lake Nakuru, where we have the chance to see the white rhinos before making our way to the Masai Mara National Reserve, where our stay in a luxury camp gives us easy access to the abundant wildlife in every direction. Next, we fly to Tanzania, where we make our way from the Mount Kilimanjaro region to Tarangire National Park, known for its spectacular baobab trees. We then stay at Lake Manyara, a haven for birdwatchers, before making our way to our luxury camp in the heart of the Serengeti National Park. Finally, we explore one of the largest craters in the world at Ngorongoro to view the astounding concentration of birds and animals before concluding our tour back in Arusha.
Being on a safari is probably being as close to the wildlife that you can possibly get.
You can't even imagine the things that you're going to see, and you think you're in some kind of wildlife special, and every day just got better.
My role as a guide, I work in the theater where animals are the characters. So you being the audience, I'm presenting them to you.
In addition to hundreds of photos of the wildlife that we've been able to take, we've also been able to experience the culture.
Welcome Discovery Tours to Kenya. My name is Leretere Tingwenye Mailapalo Rocky, but you can also call me James. Here in Samburu, we are at the center of the Samburu tribe. So today we are going to experience or show our guests a traditional dance performed by the Samburu warriors and the girls.
That was a lot of fun. Just to see how different people live in different parts of the world is one of the reasons I love to travel.
The Ark was really an experience. You're at a huge waterhole and everything comes to you.
With a viewing area on all levels. Some are indoors, some are outdoors.
And we were surrounded by the animals in the waterhole, and just that you could see from the glass right out of your room the animals coming in like 24 hours a day whenever you wanted to get up. It was awesome. It's like something that you don't really expect to exist.
Masai Mara is world-renowned game reserve. This is the only place in the universe that you can see the migration of about 1 million wildebeest and about 500,000 zebras cross over from Serengeti into the Mara.
We can be surprised by any cat, hyena. There's no one single minute you can turn around with binoculars and not see an animal or bird in Masai Mara.
On this safari, we did 2 balloon rides. It's a wonderful way to see the animals from the air, and it's quiet and peaceful.
The balloon ride over the Masai Mara was all I had hoped it would be and more.
When we're up in that balloon, you actually get to see the vastness, and then you can see the pockets of animals and maybe a better view of how they even interact with each other.
And then we had a beautiful, quiet landing to a lovely champagne breakfast.
It was one of those experiences that, you'll remember your whole lifetime.
Karibu sana Tanzania. Welcome to Tanzania with the Discovery Tours. Tanzania has more than 16 national parks that all are filled with wildlife of different kinds.
Tarangire is one of the national park which is really worldwide known because of the big trees. We call them baobab tree.
Every place that we've been to offered something different. Like we were in Lake Manyara and we saw maybe thousands of pelicans. And I love that. And being a photographer, I just loved seeing flocks and flying here and there and every kind of bird you can imagine. I think every time you go out, you will see something different, always.
And next, we go to Serengeti.
The Serengeti is, as far as the eye can see, just spectacular. You think of the movie Out of Africa, and that's what it is.
Words can't even express how awesome it is being in a tent in the Serengeti.
The tent camps have been well beyond what we expected. It's ridiculously elegant and comfortable, and the service has been better than any five-star hotel.
The staff at the places that we've stayed at, they don't compare to any other staff that we've ever seen anywhere else. And everybody's just always happy. It's a real Hakuna Matata. No worries.
The accommodations on this Discovery tour have been absolutely superb.
We stayed at the lodge, Lake Manyara, and that is the most beautiful room I have ever been in.
I can understand why people come to Africa and stay here. It's just a beautiful land and animals everywhere.
The people of Kenya and Tanzania are just so friendly. They're so welcoming.
The hardest part of the trip has been trying to figure out how we can possibly explain what we're seeing to our friends and family back home. It's just undescribable.
I really like the Discovery because I like the smaller group. I've made a lot of good friends on these trips because they're quaint and you get to know everybody and you get to bond.
The small group is very good because the guides give us a lot of time to learn the things.
The guides make the trip. The information that they share and connecting the dots.
They are well-trained naturalists, deeply committed to not only showing their environment, but protecting their environment and doing it via education.
Unquestionably, I would recommend a Discovery tour to Kenya and Tanzania. It has been an experience of a lifetime.
I would totally recommend the Discovery trip to Kenya and Tanzania. You take this trip, it'll be guaranteed trip of a lifetime, and you would just be in awe for the rest of your life about this trip.
It's been tremendous. I don't know how I'm going to be able to explain this to anyone.